The docs are in.
Hello and welcome to A Dose of the Docs. This is Oriel.
And this is Layla. We proudly represent the RoboDocs from FRC and Vex Robotics Team 599, originating from Granada Hills Charter High School in California.
I'm a second-year member of the ENP division on our FRC team.
I am an incoming rookie on the team. So, welcome to our second podcast episode. Today, we're going to take a look into the factors of making a robot. The goal of every robotics team is to make a functional robot, which is a little more complicated than following some regular instructions. Creating a team that functions well and produces a robot involves many factors. And as a student-led team, all 45 of us must work together. So, let's break down the technical factors. For starters, Oriel, how does a team know what parts to build or even know what they're supposed to look like?
Oh, okay. Well, every year in FRC, but also applicable to VEX, a new challenge is given at the start of each season. The challenge requires completing specific tasks in an alliance against another alliance. During FRC kickoff, we analyze and brainstorm robot capabilities together as a team. Our CAD team begins to prototype subsystems and creates designs and drawings. They use inspiration from previous robot assemblies and real-world designs.
Okay, so the CAD team designs these parts from scratch, but what do they do with all those drawings? Who makes the actual parts?
That would be mechanical team's job. Once CAD completes the parts and assemblies, they create the drawings for mechanical team to serve as a blueprint for them. These drawings include the dimensions and components for each of the parts. Whether it be through the CNC machine, 3D printer, mill, or lathe, they fabricate us the parts completely from raw materials. Once all the parts are completed and calibrated, we use the drawings from earlier to assemble the robot with subsystems.
So mechanical team is quite a bit. We now have the blueprints of the robot and all the parts, but it still doesn't have any power. It's just an empty shell, right? Which brings me to my next question. How do we get the robot to actually power on?
Through electronics and pneumatics. So think of a human body. You have a brain and you have body parts. However, these body parts cannot move without connecting them to the brain. Now, when you apply that to robots, ENP is the power connection that allows the parts manufactured by mechanical to move by programming's command. Once mechanical completes assembly, ENP is ready to place their components and wire the robot to power it on. We communicate with all sub-teams in order to place everything properly and efficiently, making sure power is being distributed to all aspects of the robot.
All right, so it kind of reminds me of powering on Frankenstein's monster. So we have all of our components now, right? Now the robot is ready to compete?
Nope, there is one more thing that you are missing.
Oh, wait, we need to tell the robot what to do, right?
Yup, so through programming, we give our robot a set list of instructions for it to do and achieve. From the start of kickoff, programming uses prior knowledge to start working on the robot's subsystems with prototypes. Once ENP places all of the electronic and pneumatic components, programming tests their code with the robot to make all necessary adjustments needed for competition.
All right, now that our robot has all the code to work properly, I think we're all complete, right, Oriel?
Well, that's all the technical parts needed in building a complete robot. Of course, while building the robot, you will always encounter problems in which we need to go back from the beginning of the design and work from there.
Of course, the process of building takes a lot of trial and error. Communication must be very important in order to build an entire robot.
Yeah. Whatever you do encounter while building, even if it's really complicated and difficult, is really worth it in the end, though.
Definitely. Oh, it still looks we're ending right on time. We hope that you're able to gain some insight on the process and sub-teams of our team. And with that,
The docs are out.
All medical advice should not be taken seriously. Any harm to viewers and their robots is not the liability of the robot.